I got this couples card game so I could get to know my girlfriend better, but joke's on me, she broke up with me the day it came in the mail. Now, she didn't know that I was getting it, and she didn't know that it was coming in the mail that day. It was a totally unrelated issue. That was just a bad coincidence. And I really don't think that's gonna happen to you. In fact, this might have been the key to unlocking happiness in our relationship. So, joke's on her loss. So check it out, there's a card game in here and there's a big stack of cards. Let me get this open right here. And you can see there's a huge stack of cards right here and it's got different labels on them. So you can see ice, deep, deeper, and activities. So the icebreakers are the more generalized questions. And as you go on through deeper, they're the more serious questions. And then there's the activities, of course. So basically what you do is you just draw a card and then you read it to your partner. And this random one that I pulled right here says, if offered the opportunity to live on and populate a new planet, would you do it? Why? So there are some silly, interesting questions like that, but let me show you some of my favorites that I pulled out of here after I went through it. For the icebreaker card, I really love this one. It says, have you ever quit a job and why? And I love that because it really helps you get to know somebody that you really don't know well yet. For example, you're going to get to know what work history they have, what they've been up to in their past, and then you also get to see a few of their pain points. Why did they quit that job? What was it that annoyed them? Get to know them a little better at an icebreaker level. Then this one from the deep category is also a really interesting question. It says, which family member of yours do you think I would get along with best? Why? And I love this question because it means you already kind of know somebody, you're past that icebreaker level, and you have to get to know them a little bit more by relating them to your family in somehow. I think it's a great question to get to know somebody better at a deep level. At the deeper level, I found a great question as well. It says, what do you consider to be the difference between having sex and making love? And I think this is an awesome question that all couples should be asking each other because we all have different histories with making love or having sex. We all have different feelings about it, and we all kind of approach it in a different way. And there's so many different ways that we intertwine while we are doing this. It's not just physical. There's also the chemical reactions going on with your body with an overflow of oxytocin. There might be some spiritual meaning to you, for example, as well. So there's a lot that goes on with this. And I think it's important that we know each other on that deeper level. And then for the activity section, I found two that I couldn't decide which one I liked more. So they are hug each other for as long as you want and take a minute and explain how it feels to love your partner. And I like this one because we don't always get to articulate why we love somebody. Sometimes we know that we feel it, but we don't know exactly how to say it to somebody, and especially not to explain to them why we love them, because we really have to, at that point, justify ourselves on a deep emotional level that really goes past the superficial. And so this activity also gets us in a deeper conversation as well. So I love that. And then this one over here, hug each other for as long as you want. I love this because I think it's important that we have that physical human connection these days and that we don't, keep ourselves at phone length. I really like the physical interaction that comes with relationships. And maybe it's because I am, recently heartbroken and broken up with, that this one just kind of hit home a little bit harder. So joke's on her, right? And so if you're out there and you want to improve a relationship, maybe you should pick up these cards too. I think it's an interesting way to interact with your partner.